My son, where's my son? Where is my son? I don't know, but that nice young man they sent from the church to clean up after me has been a real help. My son hasn't been here in a couple of days. What can I do for you?
I'm merely going to mention that on our way back to here, we came across a rather unusual building in the forest to the northeast of Cullen Grove.
A house that just came out of nowhere. That's kind of odd, don't you think?
Indeed, especially since the structure appeared to be centuries, if not millennia, old. So,
what do you want me to do about it?
Worst mage ever!
What information would you have on what could have caused something like that to appear, or if there's any meaning in such a structure?
Sonny, I don't know what you want me to tell you. It's a house that popped up out of the middle of nowhere. I'd say burn it to the ground.
Do you see why now I hate all mages?
Do you want to mention that he breathes fire?
And swords.
Maybe you should have, did you have an address? Maybe it has an address. We could deliver it.
Did you get a zip code?
Alright. Anyways, let's, that's fine enough. I'll see if I can find some answers elsewhere. You have a good evening.
Yeah, you have a good one too.
And then I head over to the dock.
Skynet, come here, boy. I need some help.
Fuck Skynet. Poor doll. Oh god. Let's never go there again.
Are you done talking to the mage?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You head over to the ship, the Mighty Gauntlet, and you meet your fellow compatriots there. And you guys are going to what?
Well, are we basically just going to make sure we have enough rations and head straight to Lock and Keep from here?
Yeah, might as well stock up. It's been a while.
How long does it take to get to Addisfield? Well, Addisfield's landlocked, so is there a dock near Addisfield? Do we know of?
Yes. 1 second, I will tell you. Yes, in fact, there is. You dock by Locked and Keep generally, and then go northeast to Addisfield from there.
Okay, so you go to Locked and Keep, and then Well, how long does it take to get to Locked and Keep by boat?
Straight through. It will be not that long. Hang on, let me get this back up. You're gonna go day and night, obviously. That is going to take you 3.5 days.
Okay, not too bad.
Not bad at all. Yeah.
All right. So I think what we should do maybe is, since it's evening, we'll rest the night. We get our supplies, get Kentley on the boat, and drop our horses off here. Since
they basically dropped you off outside of the city and be like, "Yeah, we'll be back for you in a day." See you.
She chose not to come into the city.
It wasn't really her choice. It's her choice by being a fucking dragon. I was planning on just sneaking on board the ship anyway.
Okay. All right.
Or you could have docked north of Cullen Grove and picked her up.
That's what I was thinking.
But
I can just sneak on the ship. I am very stealthy, actually.
Okay.
Are we going to return the horses first? Because we did have a deal with the dude.
We just did.
Yes.
Oh, we did.
Yes.
Sorry, I was distracted.
No. If the stable's still open, we can return the horses. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. You return them.
Okay. All right. So the other question then is, I mean, do we have enough rations to get there now, or should we wait till morning before we leave?
That's your problem, not mine.
I mean, I'm
not keeping track of your rations. So.
I know. I have enough rations for, I think, 4 days, 5 days at this point for myself.
I've got about 6 days left.
Okay. Denara?
Yeah, I've got 6 days.
All right.
I mean, if we get to Atsfield, we can restock there, I suppose.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about the return trip.
Okay, well, we can just leave tonight, just wait for Kentley to get here, and then we can make our way.
We assumed I've snuck onto the ship by this point.
Roll a stealth check.
26.
Yes, you got on the ship successfully.
Yay!
You were like ducking through alleys and hiding around people, and then jumping over fucking roofs and shit. And you were like, "I am Ninja Dragon, lady." And then you get on the ship. Whoop, whoop. You're on the ship. It's going to take 3.5 days to get to the docks at Lockton Keep. You can leave now. You can sleep tonight. You can do whatever you want.
Well, time is of the essence, so I suggest we leave as soon as possible.
I mean, the only reason we want to stay until the morning is to get supplies, and I don't think that's necessary. So
we don't need to.
Okay, so you're off. You guys set sail, and on the second day, the night of the first day, you sort of go by these very tall cliffs, and you see water being churned and just absolutely turned to hell around this big keep. You suspect it's the area where the prison of the Goblin King is. You also notice that there is quite a storm brewing directly over it, but not around it, and it looks quite interesting. But then that passes, and on the second day, you notice in the distance seems to be some sort of land to the north of you. It seems to be very icy and very, very solidly, massively ice. And then finally, on the third day, the third night of the day, you arrive at Lockton Keep. And Duck.
So I got confused in that. Is it day or night right now?
It's night.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, it's nighttime on the third day. You guys actually made some pretty good progress. You skipped about half a day. And you arrive at the docks, although, Kathleen, you are going to make a mutation roll. First one of the night.
7.
Your little bit of fangy fangs become much, much larger.
Okay.
And you now sort of have more monstrous fangy fangs. Alright, so you dock, and whoever's on deck right now gets to hear the dock warden say, "Oh there! There's a 50 gold docking fee here." You notice that this dock is extremely busy.
I have 50 gold on me.
you might have to pay up for it.
Probably
Then.
not worth bartering. I pay him.
Okay, you pay him. And he hands you a slip of paper with the mighty gauntlet written on it to pass to dock here. Your pass is good to dock here for several docking sessions, so use it wisely. You have another 5 left.
That's not too bad, actually.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yes.
And he wanders off. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Alright, team meeting, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. It's night right now. The best way I suggest doing this, considering what we learned at the last orb, was that it chooses its master, and I think it would be best if I stayed in the ship right now. So I think the best way we go about this is tomorrow morning, the rest of you go up and ask to see the orb, saying you're pilgrims on a pilgrimage, as it were. And you're looking to receive blessings from Moradin, and you want to go see the orb. And we'll see if anything happens there, and if not, then at least we'll scope out the area, find out what it is, and if we need to, we can find out how to get towards it in the middle of the night, and see if anything else happens then.
Yeah, perhaps because we're still not quite sure what sort of security or other sort of anything they have to set up around the orb at the tower. So,
do we know that the orb is on display as some sort of religious icon?
We don't know that.
Well, that's what they told us, that it's the
See, I wasn't.
field, it's an orb, it's an article of power for Moradin. Asfield holds in respect.
Well, okay. Yeah, that seems like a fair enough idea.
Okay.
Denora, you might have to act as the spokesperson for this. As I'm pretty sure you can come off the most as a pilgrim of sorts for a religious journey of sorts. So
the only thing we might worry about is if it does choose one of us as its host. If whoever's like guarding it sees all of a sudden their religious icon adopt one of us, it might be trickier to get out than it was to get in. Not in a dangerous way, but in a, oh my god, they want to worship us and can't let anybody out of their sight sort of thing.
Yeah, that might be a problem, but that's something I think we're going to have to deal with that once we come across it. So
Okay.
Hey, good luck, guys.
So you guys are gonna head off then? Are you gonna
Yeah.
sleep the night or?
Yeah, we'll wait till the morning.
Okay. In the morning, you wake up bright and early and refreshed, and you hear lots of noise outside. This place is ridiculously busy. And as you step off the ship, you just realize exactly how huge Lockton Keep, quote unquote, really is. This thing has expanded into what appears to be a city. You are on the port side. You were in the harbor, the ports, and everything is covered in brick. The streets, the sidewalks, everything is covered head to toe in brick. From where you stand, you can see a very large tower looming from the center of what appears to be Lockton. And from around the city, if you just walk around, you notice that there are several different districts, and everything here is just covered in religious paraphernalia of Moradin. You recognize it very, very quickly. Every house, every store, everything here seems to revolve around the worship of Moradin. And you seem to have come on quite an interesting day. It seems to be some sort of religious holiday, though you guys can't tell. The shops all appear to be closed, and everyone appears to be sort of coalesced around the main tower. There are the merchants and all the vendors seem to be out in the main square, while regular people or the workers are out partying. They're having fun. And everyone else around the keep itself. The keep itself, from ground level, looks like it's been turned into a church over the years, and people seem to be pouring in and out of it.
What do we know of Moradin?
What don't you know of Moradin? Hang on, I'll bring it up for you. I should have had Moradin ready for you. Sorry.
Oh.
Where are you, Moradin? Oh, that's items. I don't want items. I want gods. Well, you know that Moradin is is basically the dwarvish god, the dwarven god. He is a god of. I want to make sure I get it right for you. So hang on, just let me get it. There you are. Hello, Moradin. You know that Moradin is a lawful good god. Usually, his sphere of influence is around the dwarves, and you do take note that this city is filled with quite a few dwarves. He's the god of creation, the patron of artisans, especially miners and smiths. He carved the mountains from the primordial earth and is the guardian and protector of the hearth and the family. Dwarves from all walk of life follow him. His demands the following of his followers: meet adversity with tenacity and stoicism. Demonstrate loyalty to your family, your clan, your leaders, and your people. Strive to make a mark on the world, a lasting legacy. To make a beautiful creation that lasts is the highest good, whether you are a smith working at a forge or a ruler building a dynasty. And thus you know that of Moradin.
So, rule 1, don't piss him off.
Well, you can if you want. He's a god. I wouldn't do that. So you stand outside the church where the large tower stands, and you're sort of standing outside the square where all the main activity is, just sort of looking at the activity going on.
Is there any general direction of movement? Are they all going towards the church?
They seem to be trying to fill into the church, but the church appears to be packed at the moment.
And the church is part of the tower itself, or is it separate from the tower?
It seems to have been built around the tower, or the tower was built into the church.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to make some progress towards that, if anything. All right.
Can I try a streetwise check to see if it's a religious item, a place that people would go and worship it? And can I try a streetwise check?
Hold on.